I was writing a poem this morning. I was writing away and thought, this is ridiculous writing. Then I thought, maybe it isn't ridiculous. Then I wrote some more and thought, maybe it's kind of humorous or funny. But there was nobody around to see if they laughed or smiled. Then I thought, maybe it isn't even a poem. But like I said, there wasn't anyone around to ask. And if I did ask someone and they said it wasn't a poem, well, what do they know? Maybe they can't tell a poem from a Pop-Tart. So I'm stuck here and can't tell the difference between a swing and a miss, which at least reminds me it's the middle of March and baseball season is just around the corner, which means it's almost spring, and now I feel better. So there. And this is called Sheephead. I heard if you cut them up in chunks and steam them in a colander, they taste like a poor man's version of scallops. That's what they said about love. And love tasted like sheephead. And this is a poem to a woman who lived 2 doors down from me over on the east side. She passed away. Amazing woman, Sandy Bloomquist. She's in the Birmingham Hall of Fame. But she was a school teacher for all her life. And she was a cat lover, and she would take care of all the stray cats, get them fixed, feed them, and this and that. And after she retired, she started volunteering at St. Vincent de Paul downtown. And she started out as a volunteer, and she wound up being the director. And anyway, the street we live on, she doesn't live there anymore, but there's an alley out back and there's a fence, and she was famous for growing roses and stuff. Anyway, this is called In the Night. Late at night, when the old neighborhood quiets down, I step out back by the alley. There is the leftover scent of people of all ages. It lingers in the moonlight next to the patch of catnip that grows next to the old antenna tower. There's also the scent of stray cats, displaced raccoons, a skunk, a possum, etc. Not to forget the dew on the grass and mulberries fermenting on the concrete, the ants and flies gone to wherever they go at night. The smell of a firefly when you were young, smeared and glowing on your knuckle like a ring. I can smell it in the night air, your childhood. It still lingers here after all these years, along with the smells of everything else, even the things that have no fragrance. The smell of Mrs. B's sweat tending her various roses and flowers, and tending to the overabundance of stray and homeless cats. She is dead, but I can still smell her presence as I steal down the alley with my scissors to clip a few white roses that grow outside her fence. Mrs. B, please forgive me for robbing flowers from the dead. Scraggly cat and big white cat have been hanging around my back door and are being fed and have a new friend. This night, saturated with the scent of death and all living things. And I'll read one more here. This is by request from Mr. Bart here. This is called Shades of Blue. Blue as a blue heron. Homeless cat blue. Blue as a car that won't start. Blue as a dead battery. Blue and mysterious as a broken timing chain. Blue as a dab of grape jam on a plate next to one scrambled egg, no toast. Blue as no coffee. Blue as an evening sky before it turns black, filled with the ghosts of birds Blue is the night dotted with stars like spots before your eyes. Blue is an old prom dress in a thrift store. Blue is the anxiety of a customer quickly snatching it up. Blue is Christmas decorations yellowed by time and tobacco smoke. Blue is tears on a pillow. Blue is your favorite broken glass. When you throw away a pair of shoes, save the shoelaces. They make good cat toys, and they've been known to be used to hang oneself in prison. Blue. Blue is the exhaust fumes of the prison bus that delivered you there. Blue is the next day's sky that may or may not be blue, and may or may not arrive, like love, which is the bluest blue, except for death, as if the dead were sucked up into eternal loneliness, into eternal blue. Blue is the spots you see as you rub your eyes too hard, but you keep doing it because it reminds you of art. Or like Tweety birds when someone gets conked on the head in an old cartoon. Blue is a TV test pattern in 1953, which was in black and white, but blue just the same. Blue is your boy blanket. Blue is your mother's eyes that weren't blue. Blue is music, which is basically colorless. Or is it? Blue is a plastic bowl of broken crayons. Blue is the pictures you draw and color with them. Blue is azure, aquamarine, turquoise, the blue of blue-green blue. Blue is a backyard swimming pool in 1967. Blue is Speedboat Barbie in an old photograph, the faces of young girls reflected in water, in sky, in blue. Blue is promises you couldn't keep. Blue is the sky squeezed of rain. Blue is your face as you renew your driver's license at the age of 70. Blue is the eye test. Blue is the money flying out of your wallet like the wings of migrating birds. Blue as the holes of footsteps in winter snow. Thank you.